This is it, what? Cohiba lit, what? We got that yak up in the cup and getting bent, what? Put some smoke in the air, this your shit, what? And raise your glasses if everything classic. This is it, what? That Chiba lit, what? You got some drink up in your cup and getting bent, what? So put some smoke in the air, this your shit, what? And raise your glasses if everything classic.
You were tuned in to G5 Jeff TV. Hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, hit the share button as you come on in. I know y'all haven't heard from me in a good week or two. Your boy has been a little bit under the weather, but I'm about 90-95%. So we about to get things up and going again. Big shout out to VP Shane. Big shout out to BoxingFirst Vlog, aka Blunt Bayless. And we gonna get things up and cracking. But we just watched Chris Colbert get a victory over Tugs Nyambayar on the Showtime card last night, and Tugs went in and did, I think, as much as he could, you know, with the circumstances that he was dealt with. 2 weeks notice, late replacement, one weight class above where he usually fights, and he went in and he tried to fight hard. Like, he fought hard, but Chris Colbert, better fighter, you know, just a class above Tugs, and Chris Colbert went in there, did his thing, and that was to be expected. But here's the thing: Chris Colbert has never got this much attention prior to one of his fights than he did last night, and we all know why. Chris Colbert did an interview with I think it was Ness from the Boxing Voice, but it was posted on Fight Hype. Chris Colbert made a lot of comments about Deontay Wilder, and some people considered the comments as, you know, real talk. Chris Colbert just speaking his mind, and you had some people that felt like Chris Colbert was just throwing shade and he was hating. So it really just depends on who you are and how you look at it. But the video ended up being taken down by Fight Hype. So the talk of the town right now is who asked Fight Hype to actually take down the footage of Chris Colbert talking about Deontay Wilder. Now, you got a handful of people that's saying that Deontay Wilder and his team asked Fight Hype to take it down. And then you have another handful of people that's saying, no, Chris Colbert asked for it to be taken down. And listen, I haven't been feeling good, so I haven't been following kind of like the ins and outs of what's been going on in boxing for the past 2 weeks. And I'm like, there's plenty of people that talk about Deontay Wilder. There's plenty of people that make statements about Deontay Wilder. I mean, hell, I make comments about Deontay Wilder. So I'm like, why did someone request for Chris Colbert's comments to be taken down? I mean, Tyson Fury talks about Wilder like a dog. Dillian White, same thing. AJ gets his comments in, and there's a bunch of other people that has made statements about Deontay Wilder, period. So I really didn't get it when I first heard it. I'm like, well, why? Like, I don't understand it. I'm thinking, is it because they're both PBC guys and, you know, Uncle Al don't want that type of vibe out there? And then I'm like, nah, that's probably not it, because I'm like, Jermell Charlo just got finished making some statements about Deontay Wilder recently. So I was like, I can't be that. And then I just stopped thinking about it. I started getting a headache. I was just like, you know what? Let me forget that and let me just deal with the situation at hand. The reason why this story is kind of important to me, and it kind of got my radars up, is because when it happened, I had people hitting me up like, yo, G5, like, what you have done if that happened with you, if Chris Colbert said that in front of your lens and you dropped the video, and then after it's dropped, you know, Deontay Wilder people or Chris Colbert hit you up and say, yo, like, can you take that video down? Like, what would you do? And it was an interesting question because there's not a lot of integrity when it comes down to media people, when it comes down to like YouTube. It's not a lot of integrity going on right now. So it was an interesting question, but based off of what I know, like, this is how I would have handled it. if Chris Colbert was in front of my lens and he would have said that, the first thing I would have did, because I have respect for Chris Colbert, I would have asked him if he wanted me to take anything out prior to me actually releasing the video. That's the first thing. Because sometimes when you interview somebody and they comfortable and they just speak their mind, like some stuff they just don't want in the video, like, you know, OTR, off the record. You know what I'm saying? So I would have asked Chris Colbert if there was anything he wanted for me to take out. That's the first thing. Secondly, if Chris Colbert would have said, nah, like just drop it, and I would have dropped it, and Deontay Wilder people hit me up and was like, yo, G5, like, can you take that video down? Like, it's doing this, it's doing that, it's doing this, it's doing that. It really depends on how cool I am with either Deontay Wilder or Deontay Wilder's camp. And I'm going to tell you why I said that. Because if I'm tight with Deontay Wilder and his camp and they ask me, out of courtesy, I would do it. But if I don't have no type of relationship with Wilder or his team, there's a very slim chance I'm taking that video down. There's a very slim chance I'm taking that video down, because if you set the precedent that if someone gets in front of your lens and talks about another fighter, promoter, manager, whoever, and every time that happens, the person that's getting talked about can call you and be like, hey, take it down, like, you wouldn't have no channel. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you wouldn't have no channel. Like, being in boxing media is all about people's opinions and perceptions, their emotions, their feelings, you know, enjoying the sport in all aspects. So once you start doing that, then your channel is going to be downhill from there. Like, you're not going to be able to get anybody on there that speaks their mind and is able to keep it real. You know what I'm saying? So just watching that whole situation unfold with, you know, Chris Colbert, Deontay Wilder, Fight Hype, Ness from the Boxing Voice, like, it was just crazy. But Fight Hype and Ness from the Boxing Voice are at a certain level with their platforms where a lot of their traction is from fighters that they have good relationships with, and obviously they have good relationships with Fight Hype and Ness from the Boxing Voice. So they're kind of caught in the middle, like, damn, I got, you know, Deontay Wilder, that's kind of the bread and butter, but at the same time, like, we want to keep our integrity too in terms of our movement. So sometimes there's a thin line to walk, you know. But for me personally, if that would have happened with me, it really would have depended on what kind of relationship I would have had with Wilder and his team. If I didn't have no relationship with them, then I wouldn't have took it down. I wouldn't have took it down, point blank, period. In that situation, the only way I would have took it down is unless Chris Colbert said he had a problem with it. But I would have spoke with Chris Colbert prior to it dropping. You know what I'm saying? I would have gave him the actual version and say, hey, listen to this real quick. You know, is there anything you want me to take out? You know what I'm saying? So that would have already been established before I even dropped the video. But I'm going to continue to watch this situation, because I think it's very important, because what's going to happen the next time another boxer wants to make a comment about Deontay Wilder? I mean, is Deontay Wilder team going to call that YouTuber as well? You know, what if somebody says something about Terrence Crawford? Is Terrence Crawford people going to call? Like, it's a fine line, man. Like, it's a fine line. But Chris Colbert name definitely got more popular after this situation. But hey, y'all let me know what y'all think in the comment section. G5 Jeff TV, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button. Please share this video, support your boy, support good content at all times. I appreciate y'all. Peace.